Morning guys, happy Wednesday. Today's workout is very much based like what we did last week, where we're going to have 3 10-minute rounds. Danny's here to demonstrate to us the movements for today. We're going to start with our scaled portion. So the scaled portion, very first movements in our first 10-minute workout are going to be 2, and they're the double under and the devil's press. With our double unders, Danny's going to demo for us 10 single skips. You'll notice her height as she's skipping through and watch her wrist action. Now when she goes into the double unders, you'll see how she flicks her wrist. You're looking for a swing and a tick. So a circle and a tick. That's what we're looking for. Remember, when we're focusing on that, you're looking for some height on that jump. What we are not looking for is a pike in Danny's hip. Can you see that? And her donkey kicks. A little bit like how Jordan loves does his double unders, that donkey kicking and that pike hip. We don't want that. All right, guys, moving into our devil's press. Now, the devil's press. You're going to be having your dumbbell. You will go down to the bottom, as Danny shows you here. She kicked back into a burpee. She's going to drive herself up, catch the dumbbell, and a snatch all the way up to the top, and returns the dumbbell back to shoulder. Goes back down, and all the way up again, and snap, all the way up to top. We will be doing this, and we will alternate ideally one hand, then the other, then the other. We will be doing 12 of those. A round is going to be looking to do 2.5 minutes, maybe, on that. So that's what we're looking for in that section. Once that's done, we'll have a 5-minute recovery, catch your breath. Ideally, you want to be making sure that you are not sitting and catching your breath. You're walking around, have a sip of water, and then getting into our next 10-minute AMRAP. This next workout is going to be 2 movements again. We have a kettlebell squat clean, as well as our inchworms. Now with our inchworms, we are looking to make sure we have 2 lines in the gym. Find 2 lines, and we will gauge that. To get there, we'll go first through our kettlebell squat clean. Danny's going to grab her kettlebell or her dumbbell, whichever is your preference. You'll notice her shins are nice and vertical. She's going to pull her bum underneath her with her chest upright. She's going to drive hard into the floor, pulling up, catching the kettlebell, and beating the bell to the floor. So she'll do another 2, drives hard, flicks the bell up, catches it, and returns it back to floor. Beautiful, very nice work. Things that we don't want to be seeing here is we don't want to see a muted hip. So watch Danny's hip, where she does not have that full extension, nice and slow. And then we also don't want any hinging. You'll notice at Danny's hip right now, it does not go down, it just stays up. So it's almost like a Romanian deadlift. It's what we do not want to see. Popping the bell away, we'll then proceed into our inchworms. Now with Danny's inchworms, what we're going to be doing is she's chosen 2 lines in the gym here in Streatham. In tooting, what we have many lines, you choose those. You'll also notice here, Danny's toes are together, heels are together. She's going to hinge down and touch her toe. As she rolls down, she will slowly start walking her way out. Bum is nice and tight, all the way down as far as what she can. She gets to her line and she starts walking her feet back up. You'll notice her head does not pop out of her biceps. She keeps it nice and tight and tugged in. She will then return back to her line or alternatively swap around. Danny's going to show us where she allows her ears to pop out of the bicep and goes into a plank. This is something we do not want to see. We also do not want to see the bum all the way up in the air. You want to tuck it in nice and tight, and then you allow your head to be tucked in between your biceps and slowly walk your feet up, all the way up. Danny's going to turn around now and give us one more. We tend to see a lot of this in our inchworms. She go all the way down and she brings her hands back to her feet. So Danny's going to go down. All very well, she rushes it, and then she quickly comes back and says, "Coach, I've done all my 8 very, very quick." We do not get anything from that, and it's going to be very hard to transfer that into our handstand walking. So try to make sure that you do not rush that portion. You're going to look to try and rush it, but focus on nice quality of movement. Here you're looking to do around every 2 minutes. Get your 5-minute rest recovery. We move then into our third portion, which is yet another 10-minute workout. The only thing here is we've added a new movement. Where it was 2, we go into 3. Our first movement is going to be a man maker, followed with sit-ups and then a machine. So we're going to our man maker. You'll notice how Danny's got one hand on the bar of her dumbbell. She's going to row that dumbbell up to her hip, pop it down, spin it over to the other side. Same thing, row it up to the hip, bring it down. She will bring her chest all the way to the floor. She's going to drive up and jump into that squat. She will from here drive hard into the floor, catch the dumbbell, and proceed to do a thruster, bringing it down, return the bell to the floor. Rinse and repeat all the way down. Chest will come down. That's good. And drive up. Great. Catching the dumbbell in that beautiful position, just on the shoulder. We'll move into her sit-ups. Again, with our sit-ups, guys, remember we have a fat part of the ab mat and a very thin part. We want the fat part close to the bum. You'll notice how Danny will roll down. As she rolls down on the mat, her hips come up. She squeezes her bum hard, rockets herself forward, and touches in front of her toes. She'll do 3 for me over here, all the way up. Please pay attention to her shoulder position as she comes up. She's going to make sure that shoulder goes past her hips, all the way up and past. What we don't want to be seeing, guys, is shoulders staying behind the hips. You have not engaged your abs, and it's a sheer waste of a rep. Just 2 more. Amazing work. Wonderful. After that, we then proceed into our machine. Today we've chosen the ski erg. You'll notice here, Danny grabs her handles. She takes a step backwards. She's going to try and proceed to pull her chest as close to her knees as possible. Watch her flicker the wrist at the end. She goes up onto her toes, full extension, and pulls down. Full extension and pulls down. Quality of movement all the way through, guys. We don't want you to look like you are in a mosh pit where you're jumping up and down. That is a no-go. Neither do we want to see our bums stay exactly still as we hinge over. There's just no movements whatsoever. We are really trying to make sure we have some triple extension through our hip, ankle, knee. Reaching up. Thank you very much, Danny. Guys, you will be doing the Machine Kcals. That is going to be 5 ManMakers, 10 sit-ups, 15 Machine Kcals. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that workout. Give us a thumbs up. Anyway, take care. We'll be getting Jordan to be coming in for the RX version.